AMG is a strange badge. It's expensive, loud, unnecessary, and completely irrational. And somehow that is exactly why people want it. Because an AMG doesn't just say, I drive a Mercedes. It says, I could have made a sensible decision, but I chose violence. And that choice has attracted some very interesting people. Cristiano Ronaldo has one. Drake has one. Floyd Mayweather doesn't have one. He has several, because apparently one was not a strong enough statement. And Lewis Hamilton, the man Mercedes paid to race their Formula One car for over a decade, drives AMGs in his personal life, with his own money, on his own time. The employee became the customer. That's either the greatest brand loyalty story ever told or the most expensive staff perk in automotive history. Either way, Mercedes should put it in an ad immediately. Now here's the thing, none of them are saying out loud, but all of them clearly understand. The Ferrari says, look at me. The Lamborghini says, look at me, but louder and with more orange. The AMG pulls up, says absolutely nothing, lets the exhaust finish the sentence, and leaves. It's the car you buy when you've stopped performing for other people and started performing for yourself. And the exhaust. That's where this whole thing starts. Because you cannot forward a spec sheet to a group chat and make 3 people feel something. But this, you send that at 7 in the morning, and within 10 minutes, someone who has never thought about horsepower in their life replies, I need one of these. Sound is emotional. Emotion is why people share things. And AMG sounds like it's genuinely enjoying itself in a way that Porsche is too professional to admit, and BMW is too focused to care about. But here's what the celebrities, the clips, and the viral moments don't tell you. AMG isn't one car. It's 6 completely different personalities wearing the same 3 letters. And which one you're driving tells me more about you than your Instagram does. There's a type of person who walks into a Mercedes dealership with a sensible number in their head. Responsible number, plan number. And then the salesman says the words AMG and Sport Plus in the same sentence, and something happens in their brain that no financial advisor could have prepared them for. They walk out with a 43, twin-turbo V6, 385 horsepower, full AMG badge on the back. And on the drive home, they put it in Sport Plus for the first time. And for about 40 seconds, they become a completely different and significantly better version of themselves. A version that is not going to mention to anyone how they got home from the gym today. This is your sports agent, your entertainment lawyer, the person who upgraded from a BMW 3 Series and absolutely needs you to know it was worth it. Good people, good car, nobody's doing anything wrong here. Then there's the 53, inline 6, mild hybrid, 435 horsepower. And the mild hybrid part is doing enormous work in a very specific household conversation. It's technically more efficient is a sentence being said somewhere right now by someone who just configured one in Obsidian Black with the Night package. Both people in that relationship know exactly what's happening. Neither is going to say it. In an E53, you have 435 horsepower in a full-size saloon that looks exactly like a regional bank manager's company car. Nobody sees you coming. That is not a flaw. That is the product. And then everything changes. The 63. The 4.0-liter twin-turbo V8. This is the engine the reputation was built on. Everything before it was a warm-up. Everything after it is a consequence of it existing. And Mercedes, in an act of complete commitment to the bit, put it in everything. A C-Class, an E-Class estate, a GLE SUV that weighs 5,000 pounds and does 0 to 60 in 3.6 seconds. Faster than a Porsche Cayman. A car specifically engineered to be a sports car. The GLE has 3 rows and beats it off the line. Nobody at Mercedes stopped this. It shipped. You put your foot down properly, and it doesn't gradually accelerate. It makes a decision on your behalf. LeBron James had one. Multiple Premier League footballers. Music producers whose accountant has a specific facial expression reserved for this conversation and uses it every single time. The 63 is the AMG, where the owner has genuinely arrived somewhere and wants the car to say it without them having to. Now, the C63. We need to talk about it. Calmly, respectfully. Because the internet was neither of those things, and someone in this video has to be the adult. The new C63 has a 2-liter 4-cylinder engine. Before anyone closes the tab, 671 combined horsepower, faster than the old V8 at every measurable metric. The engineers are completely correct. But the old C63 sounded like it was personally offended by you every single morning. The new one is objectively faster, and the internet went through all 5 stages of grief when it launched. They skipped bargaining and went straight back to anger, twice. This argument will outlive all of us, and the car will still be quick regardless. Some battles are not about being right. They're about what something felt like, and feelings, it turns out, are louder than dyno sheets. The GT Black Series is a different conversation entirely. 720 horsepower, naturally aspirated flat-plane V8. No turbos, no hybrid, no assistance, just engineering fully committed with nothing left to negotiate. 275 made, all sold. Cristiano Ronaldo has one. He also has Ferraris, Bugattis, a Rolls-Royce, and more Lamborghinis than most dealerships. He chose the Black Series for that specific slot in the collection. Floyd Mayweather has one too. The man once carried $100 million in cash to a press conference for the photo. He owns multiple AMGs, and the Black Series is the one he actually talks about. Because when you've owned everything, you stop choosing for other people and start choosing for this. And then there's the one. $2.7 million, 1,063 horsepower, a powertrain derived from Lewis Hamilton's Formula One championship car. Not inspired by it, derived from it. The same architecture that won back-to-back world championships is in a car with a glove box and a valid VIN plate. Mercedes had to sit in a room with emissions regulators and explain the cold start behavior of an F1 hybrid system that nobody in that room had ever encountered before. That meeting happened. Everyone went home and probably needed a moment. This is what it sounds like. The AMG 1 doesn't make your 63S faster, but it changes what the badge on your 63S means. Every AMG on the road shares 3 letters with a car running Formula One championship hardware. That's not rational. It doesn't need to be. The badge carries the story, and the story now includes all of it. So here's the actual answer. The reason Ronaldo, Drake, Mayweather, and Hamilton all keep coming back to 3 letters isn't the horsepower figure or the brochure or the dealership experience. It's that AMG built something with a genuine personality at every level. The 43 for the person who just arrived. The 63 for the person who's been here a while and stopped explaining themselves. The Black Series for the person who isn't having the conversation at all anymore. And the 1 for the person who bought an F1 engine for the commute and sees absolutely nothing unusual about that. 6 personalities, 1 badge. Drop a like, subscribe, and tell me in the comments which level you're at. Be honest. The 43 people are fully included. We're all in this together.